Okay, here we are, part two, getting ready for your colonoscopy. And I am coming to you live from the toilet. I am actually sitting on the toilet with the lid on, so I'm not actually going to the bathroom. But you're going to be spending a lot of time here as you get ready for your colonoscopy. So I thought it'd be appropriate to do it here. So there are a couple products that you are going to need as you are prepping for your colonoscopy. And I'm going to share with you the things that I had that helped things along the way. The first was adult diapers. Yes, my husband actually bought these as a joke. However, let me tell you that you might need them. And if you don't use these and you don't want to use these, or you're feeling very embarrassed about having adult diapers, I would suggest for men and women that you have a really nice long panty liner, because let me tell you, when things get moving, sometimes you don't have enough time to get from where you are to where you want to be. So that is something you may consider. The other thing is you may want some butt paste or some diaper rash cream or something to put on your little sphincter hole, because let me tell you, after having the entire contents of your colon into this bad boy here, you're going to have a little bit of soreness. So I got a joke, kind of like a jokey text from someone on Facebook Messenger who said, "Don't forget the diaper rash cream," when I told them I was getting a colonoscopy. And it's true, you are going to need it. Okay, so the other thing that you're probably going to get, and I don't have it here because I already used it all, is you are probably going to have what's called a bowel prep. And what that is it's a fluid of sorts. Sometimes they use a prescription fluid. Sometimes your doctor might prescribe you like a magnesium type of drink that you just get over the counter. Everyone's different. Follow your doctor's instructions. It's very important that you follow their instructions for the duration. I mean, when it comes to diet and everything. Like my whole prep was like a week in advance. They were like, don't have nuts, don't have anything that's difficult to digest, eat a lot of like very easy to digest foods. So follow your doctor's recommendations. But what will happen is they will give you a bowel, it's called bowel prep. And when I had my colonoscopy, I had a prescription one. When I went and had my surgery for my, colon resectioning, I didn't have that bowel prep. They just had me take some over-the-counter stuff. So follow the instructions. What's going to happen is within a period of time after you take that, you are going to have some significant diarrhea. And what's going to happen is, depending on when your appointment is and when your doctor has you take the bowel prep, you'll initially have some diarrhea, and eventually it will literally start to feel like you are going to be peeing out of your bum hole. And I'm letting you know about it because this is just kind of part of the process, and it happens. And you will get to a point where you have a sense of urgency about that movement, we'll just say. So don't be surprised if it comes on fast and strong, especially because my colonoscopy was late morning. And so the night before I had to take a bowel prep, it really cleared me out. And then I had to take another one the following morning. And so I was thinking the following morning, I'm like, there's nothing left. Like, I had no idea where all this magic was going to come from. So it was really important that you hydrate very well within the time frame that they tell you to, because usually you have to stop 3 hours prior to going in because they don't want you to have anything in your system. So follow the instructions for the bowel prep, and just be prepared that after you go to the bathroom multiple times, you might be needing a little bit of this stuff to help your hiney stay a little less uncomfortable, just to be honest. Okay, then when you go in to your colonoscopy, here is what you can expect. You're going to go in, you're probably going to get an IV unless you don't want it and you want to stay awake through the whole procedure, which I'm just not that person, so I don't even know what that life is like. I had a very nice sedation. I fell asleep as I was getting rolled into the room, or once they rolled me into the room, I fell asleep very quickly. And they take a long tubular device that's got air on the end and a kind of a camera so they can see everything, and they are going to insert it into your colon. The air will kind of open up your colon a little bit, give them some room to see things. But also, if there are any like polyps or anything that's unusual, they also have the ability to cut it out there if it's small. The tumor that I had was about 5 centimeters wide, so think about like the size of a racquetball. Kind of really can't just like, cut that out while you're in for a colonoscopy. But if you go in and they find any kind of little things, they can go ahead and clear them out. What will happen then is once they've kind of examined everything, maybe yours is all clear, you're good, high five, then you just go back into recovery, and then after you wake up, then they usually want someone to take you home. So you will need a ride to and from the hospital, so that way they've got someone to take care of you afterward. The thing you can expect after the colonoscopy is you'll probably have some bloating because they put the air up in your system. You're probably gonna have some bloating. So I did notice that for several days after, my stomach was a bit distended, and it just kind of felt like I was bloated for a few days. But my everything else got back to, like totally normal. That night, there's no drinking, and I stayed on smushy foods for that day just because nothing else really felt good. But then the next day, I started eating normally again. So I hope you found this video helpful. I just wanted to share some things that, I did along the way to make my prep as easy as possible. I think, a lot of people don't talk about the kinds of products that you have to get when you're going through this, but truly, it's better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, get that protection. Anyhow, hope you all have a great day. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment below. If you feel like this video would be helpful to anyone you know, feel free to share it. And if you're interested in more content and hearing more about my journey, then hit subscribe. And like I said, to the 7 of you who've already subscribed, thank you. And, let me know what other content you'd like to hear about. Hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.